Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever, coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on a blue box, which is actually a subsidiary of Inflight models, Asiana Airlines Boeing 747-400 in their very first livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. I pre-ordered and purchased this model from Waffle Collectibles, and their website address is www.wafflecollectibles.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular aircraft model, please allow me to share you some information about the history of Asiana Airlines and how they actually came about. Asiana Airlines is a South Korean-based airline that was founded and established on February 17, 1988 and officially commenced operations on December 23, 1988 with its first inaugural flights to Busan and Gwangju, South Korea respectively, as the airline was formed by the Kumho Asiana Group, formerly the Kumho Group, and was originally known as Seoul Air International. Asiana Airlines is currently one of the major flag carrier airlines for the country of South Korea, as well as the country's second largest airline carrier after Korean Air, whereas the headquarters of Asiana Airlines is located in the Asiana Town Building, located in the Saekdong Hanso-gu district section of Seoul, South Korea, while the airline's domestic hub is located at Gimpo International Airport, which is located approximately 9 miles west of the central district section of Seoul, South Korea, and the airline's international gateway hub is located on the grounds of Incheon International Airport, which is located approximately 43 miles northwest of the central district section of Seoul, South Korea. And the focus city hubs of Asiana Airlines are located at Busan Hinmei International Airport, located in Busan, South Korea, and Taeju International Airport, located in Taeju City, Taeju Province, South Korea. Asiana Airlines currently flies to 90 destinations throughout Asia, Europe, North America, and Oceania, with an operating fleet of 81 aircraft, including cargo, which includes 12 Boeing 747s, in which 7 of those are the Boeing 747-400 BDSFs, BDEC Special Freighters, 4 Boeing 747-400F freighters, and 1 Boeing 747-400 passenger version jetliner aircraft, with no unfulfilled orders pending on this particular aircraft type. But unfortunately, on November 16, 2020, the South Korean government officially announced that Asiana Airlines was to become acquired by the country's national flag carrier airline, Korean Air, as the Seoul-based carrier acquired a 30.77% ownership stake in Asiana Airlines from Korea Development Bank, which is actually a state-owned policy development bank whose global headquarters is located in Seoul, South Korea, as the post-merger plans between Asiana and Korean Air was officially finalized and approved by the South Korean Development Bank on June 30, 2021. Whereas the two airlines in the meantime will continue to operate as separate brands until their operations, IT, information technologies, and other systems will finally integrate into a single system of Korean Air, which will officially be completed sometime in 2024, when Asiana Airlines will integrate officially with the national flag carrier airline of South Korea, Korean Air. As of May 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, Asiana Airlines is one of 11 airlines in the world of aviation, along with ANA All Nippon Airways, based out of Tokyo, Japan, Cathay Pacific, based out of Hong Kong, EVA Air, based out of Taipei, Taiwan, Garuda Indonesia, based out of Jakarta, Indonesia, Hainan Airlines, based out of Haikou, Hainan, China, Korean Air, based out of Seoul, South Korea, Lufthansa, based out of Cologne, Germany, Qatar Airways, based out of Doha, Qatar, and Singapore Airlines, based out of Singapore, to actually hold this prestigious honor of currently operating as a certified 5-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax Magazine, and the Boeing customer code for Asiana Airlines for this particular aircraft is 8E. Alright everyone, let's take a look at the front of the box, and what you see is the airline's logo, the Asiana title, the computer-generated picture of the aircraft type, the 1/200 scale model, as well as the item number information you see at the front of the box. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the box. It's nothing much back there except the airline's logo and the Asiana title, as well as the warning information you see at the back of the box. Alright, now you're looking at the top of the box, and what you see is the airline's logo, the Asiana title, the computer-generated picture of the aircraft, the 1/200 scale model information, the aircraft type, as well as the item number information you see at the top of the box. All right, now you're looking at the bottom of the box. It's pretty much the same information at the top of the box I just showed you earlier on. All right, now you're looking at the nice little metal model stand that actually came with the model. And at the bottom of the model stand is the nice little customized plaque you see there. Inside that plaque is the Asiana title, the aircraft type, as well as the scale model information inside that customized plaque. And then you come up this way, folks. You see that black pattern right there? The sole purpose of that black pattern is that pad not only protects your model, it also prevents from being damaged or scratched when you decide to put your aircraft model on this particular model stand. All right. All right, with all that information out of the way about the history of Asiana Airlines and how they actually came about, plus all the details here at the front of the box and the little details on the back of the box, plus the actual model stand that came with the model, and since there's no actual gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model, with no further ado, everyone, here is the actual model out of the packaging box. Let's check it out. There it is. The Asiana Airlines Boeing 747-400 in their very first livery scheme in a 1/200 scale model. Alright, allow me to share you some information about the livery scheme that you see on this aircraft and how that came about. This is actually the very first and former livery scheme of Asiana Airlines, which was unveiled shortly after the airline was founded on February 17, 1988, as Asiana Airlines sported this livery scheme for 18 years until this livery scheme was eventually replaced with their current livery scheme, which is actually called the Energy of Saekdong, which was officially unveiled on October 26, 2006. The livery scheme, as well as the airline's logo, was actually created and designed by the consultancy firm of Landor Associates, whose global headquarters is located in San Francisco, California. So, with all that information out of the way about this livery scheme, the brief information that is, with no further ado, let us get down to business and allow me to show you all the details on this aircraft model. Shall we? Let's check it out and let's begin. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the port/left side. And we're going to start at the front of the aircraft first, where you see the front nose landing gears, the landing gear struts, the landing gear door featuring the fleet number on that nose gear door, 418. You see the Peter tubes and the static ports, what have you, the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, as well as the cockpit windows. I'm going to give you a better visual view of those details later on in the model review. Please stay tuned for that part. And then there's the pod escape hatch door. I'll give you a better visual view of that detail as well. But right next to the cockpit windows and next to the window is the actual Star Alliance decal, which is this decal you're looking at here. And Asiana joined the Star Alliance on March 28, 2003, which consists of 26 airline members from 5 inhabited continents. And this alliance includes Air Canada, Lufthansa, SAS Scandinavian Airline System, Thai Airways International, and United Airlines as the 5 founding members. Now let's check out the Asiana logo, the airline's logo, which is next to the Asiana title, which is this little logo right here. This was the very first, as well as the original logo of Asiana Airlines, as this particular corporate logo actually resembled that of a colorful symbol that was actually based on a circle shape that featured the colors of blue, yellow, red, and white, as those same color stripes of the blue, yellow, and red and white can also be visibly seen on the wingtip device. I'm going to show you that now. There, inside the wingtip device. There, as well as on the tail fin of the aircraft. There you have it. Alright, back to the logo. As this was the corporate logo of Asiana Airlines from the airline's inception in 1988 up until 2006, as the airline's corporate logo was also created and designed by the consultancy firm of Landor Associates, whose global headquarters is located in San Francisco, California. And then you look down at the white part, what you see is the UNICEF We Support UNICEF decal, which is this decal you're looking at here. UNICEF actually stands for the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund and was created by the United Nations General Assembly on December 11, 1946 to provide emergency food and health care to countries that have been devastated by World War II, as Asiana Airlines is a major supporter of this organization. Okay? And then there's the inboard landing light right there. I'm going to give you a better visual view of that in a minute. All right, now you're looking at the center of the aircraft. We're going to start at the top right above the windows. Is the Korean inscripted writing, which is this little inscripted writing deal you see here. And the Korean inscripted writing literally means Asiana Airlines, are pronounced as Hasha Ada Hangkung Sa in the Korean spoken language. I hope I pronounced that correctly, everyone. And then right below the wings here are the actual engines here, which is right here and right there. The engine comes right there and right there as well. There. These are the General Electric CF6-80C2B1F turbofan type engines that was used on this particular Asiana Airlines Boeing 747-400 jumbo jetliner aircraft. And then there's the inboard landing light right there. Now I'm going to turn this aircraft model around. We're going to actually find out if the turbofan blades do spin. Let's check it out and find out. All right, now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the port/left side of the aircraft. We're going to start at the outer engine right here. Does the fan spin? Yes, they do. And then the inner engine. The fan blades spin there as well. And then you see the inboard landing lights right there. Got a better visual view of that. And then you got the front visual view of the outer bogie landing gears here on this side of the aircraft. Include the landing gear struts as well as the actual landing gear doors. And then there's the center bogie gear on this side of the aircraft as well. Now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the starboard/right side of the aircraft. We're going to start at the outer engine. Do the fan blade spin on this side here as well? Yes. The inner engine? Yes. And then there's the inboard landing light you see there, as well as the front visual view of the outer landing bogie gear here on this side of the aircraft, which includes the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear doors. And then there's the center bogie gear on this side of the aircraft as well. All right, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft, and you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows there, the windshield wipers, the radome nose cone, the front nose landing gear doors right there, the landing gear lights right here, the landing gear struts, as well as the front visual view of the front nose landing gears. Okay. All right, now you're looking at the winglet wingtip device that features the multi-codes that resembles the airline's part of the airline's logo right there. And then there's the red navigation light you see right there on the edge of the wing next to the winglet wingtip device. All right, now you got a better visual view of the landing bogie gears here on the side. The outer landing bogie you see right here, the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear door. And then there's the center bogie gear on this side of the aircraft, includes the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear door there as well. All right, we're at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, and what you're looking at is the registration ship number HL7418, which is this registration ship number you're looking at right there. Registration ship number HL7418. This particular aircraft was actually the third Boeing 747-400 jumbo jetliner aircraft that actually entered the Asiana Airlines fleet, and the first test flight on this aircraft took place on June 23, 1994, and was delivered to Asiana Airlines on September 22, 1994, and flew for 25 years until it was eventually withdrawn from service on September 30, 2019, as this aircraft remained stored up at an aircraft storage facility that's located on the grounds of Seoul Incheon International Airport until it was eventually broken up and dismantled sometime in April 2020. All right, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft still on the port side, and right to the right side of the L5 entrance door, rear entrance door that is the Boeing 747-400 decal, which is this little decal you see right up under here. Asiana Airlines actually became the 11th Asian operator after Singapore Airlines, Cathay Pacific, Korean Air, Air China, Japan Airlines, China Airlines, Thai Airways International, ANA All Nippon Airways, Malaysia Airlines, and Eva Air respectively, as well as the 22nd airline carrier overall that acquired this iconic jumbo jetliner aircraft, as Asiana Airlines took delivery of their very first Boeing 747-400 jumbo jetliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number HL-7416 on June 24, 1993, and took delivery of their very last Boeing 747-400 jumbo jetliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number HL-7604 on February 26, 2006. Asiana Airlines at one time registered and operated as many as 8 of these iconic jetliners in their fleet, in which 4 of those were the passenger version, while the remaining 4 were the combi version. And now, as of May 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, there's only one Boeing 747-400 passenger jetliner aircraft that actually remains operating in the Asiana fleet, as Asiana Airlines announced on November 12, 2019, that the final Boeing 747-400 passenger version aircraft will officially be phased out from the Asiana fleet sometime in 2024, only to be replaced with their Airbus A350-900 XWBs, extra wide-body aircraft, which officially entered the carrier's fleet on April 24, 2017, as well as their forthcoming Airbus A350-1000 XWBs, extra wide-body aircraft, which is scheduled to enter the carrier's fleet sometime in the foreseeable future, as those particular aircraft types will eventually become some of the airline's official flagship jetliners for the South Korean-based carrier. However, at the time of this video review posting, Asiana Airlines still continues to utilize and operate 11 additional Boeing 747-400s, but only operate those aircraft types as cargo freighters. Alright, now you're looking at the tail fin of the aircraft. You see the multicolored stripes right here, which resembles part of the airline's logo. But more important, you see the South Korean flag decal, which is this decal right here. This flag decal represents the country where Asiana Airlines currently operates from as one of the major flag carrier airlines for the country of South Korea. Alright. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft, and what you're looking at is the APU, Auxiliary Power Unit Exhaust Hole, and there is an actual hole right here. Check this out. Right there. And underneath the APU exhaust hole is the actual strobe light right there, as well as the entire aircraft from the rear view angle. Let's check it out. There it is, the Asiana Airlines Boeing 747-400 in their very first livery scheme from the rear view angle. Awesome. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the starboard / right side of the aircraft. We're going to start at the front here, where you see the front nose landing gears, the landing gear struts, the landing gear lights, the landing gear door featuring the partial registration ship number as well as the fleet number 418. You see the Peter 2 static ports, what have you, the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit window, the Star Alliance decal, the UNICEF We Support UNICEF decal, the Asiana title as well as the airline's logo, and the front cargo container loading door, the front cargo container loading door that is, as well as the inboard land lights you see right there as well. Now you're looking at the center of the aircraft here on the starboard / right side, and the top part of it, you see the Korean inscripted writing right here, which I mentioned earlier, literally means Asiana Airlines in Korean. And then you're looking at these nice General Electric CF6-80 C2B1F turbofan type engines right here. The engine comes right there as well. Now you're looking at the winglet wingtip device on this side of the aircraft, which has the multicolors, which resembles part of the airline's logo. And then there's the green navigation light you see displayed there next to the winglet wingtip device. Alright, now you got a better visual view of the landing gears on this side. We're going to start at the outer landing bogey gear here, which includes the landing gear struts as well as the actual landing gear door. And then there's the center bogey gear here on this side of the aircraft that features the landing gear struts as well as the actual landing gear doors there as well. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side, and what you see there is the rear cargo container loading door, the AFT boat bin door, the registration ship number, the Boeing 747-400 decal, the South Korean flag decal right there, as well as the multicolors you see on this tail fin of the aircraft, which resembles part of the airline's logo as well. Alright, before I show you this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view as well as the undercarriage belly view in full detail, please allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the actual rolling gears. Let's check out these gears now. Roll pretty good. Gotta be careful though. The monoplane does tilt, even though the gears do not. And then the front nose gear swivels as well. You see that, and that, there. So, with that being said, Let's check out this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. Let's check it out. All right, now you're looking at this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. We're going to start at the front here where you see the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the pilot escape hatch door, and then you come up this way, you see the anti-collision beacon light and a couple of high-frequency antennas. Then you see the Star Alliance decal on both sides, and then you see the Asiana title and the airline's logo on both sides there as well. Then you slide down this way, the ADF antennas right there, the Wi-Fi box antenna, and then that's the Korean inscripted writing, which means literally Asiana Airlines. See that on both sides of the aircraft. Another high-frequency antenna, and then there's the vertical stabilizer known as the tail fin, and then there's the horizontal stabilizer known the two little dots you see there, as well as over here as well. Those little dots, everyone, are actually called illuminator lights. And the sole purpose of those illuminator lights is that it actually lit up this tail here when it used to fly during nighttime. Now let's check out the engines and the wings from above, folks. See the engines right there, there, and then you see the top of the wing. No wing walkway, but you got the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you. Registration ship number, fuel dump valve, as well as the winglet wingtip device you see displayed here. Now let's check out over this way. The outer engine, the inner engine, and top of the wings. No wing walkway, but you got the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the winglet wingtip device on this side of the aircraft as well. Alright, now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model, where it's mostly white. We're going to start at the front there as well. You see the radome nose cone, the crew escape hatch door, and then you see the front nose gear landing gear door, as well as the front nose landing gear. Then you slide up this way, a high frequency antenna there, the anti-collision beacon light right there, and then the center bogey gears there right there. Unfortunately, they don't tilt. See the hole where the mouse stand goes in at, a couple high frequency antennas, the pressure relief valve, as well as the APU housing doors you see there, and the horizontal stabilizers on both sides. And let's check out the gears. Gears don't tilt, but that's okay. You see the engines there, as well as the wings underneath, which includes the flap, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you, registration ship number, fuel dump valve, as well as the winglet wingtip device on this side of the aircraft. And let's check out the gears over here. They don't tilt over here as well, but that's okay. You see the engines there, as well as the wings underneath, includes the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the winglet wingtip device on this side of the aircraft as well. Alright, since I show you this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view in its entirety, as well as the undercarriage belly view in its entirety in full detail, now I'm going to put it on that nice little metal model stand I showed you earlier, you see right there. So with no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the stand. Let's check it out. Alright, fine, got this model on the stand, no problem, no hesitation, as you see it being displayed in the takeoff landing position, that with the model being displayed on the stand. Now I'm going to let you see this model rotate in a clockwise rotation, starting with the port side now. The tail cam angle. The starboard side of the aircraft. The front of the aircraft. And back to the port side of the aircraft. And since this particular model does not have the gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model, I'm going to go ahead and take this model off stand and go ahead and wrap up this model review. All right. All right, the seating configuration. This particular Asiana Airlines Boeing 747-400 jumbo jetliner aircraft seated 359 passengers in a 3-class configured cabin layout. All right, everyone, here is the breakdown from rows 1 to 4, which is on the main deck, which would be about from here to here. You had 10 first-class seats. Rows 7 to 12, which is the upper deck, which will be about from here to here. You had 24 business class seats, rows 20 to 22, which is the main deck, which will be about from here to here. You had an additional 21 business class seats, which brought the total to 45 business class seats, and rows 27 to 64, which will be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You had an additional 304 economy class seats, which brought the total to 359 seats. And finally, Asiana Airlines currently employs their Boeing 747-400s or have previously utilized their Boeing 747-400s on routes from the airline's main hub at Seoul Incheon International Airport in Seoul, South Korea, to worldwide destinations such as Brussels, Belgium, Changchun, China, Chengdu, China, Da Nang, Vietnam, Frankfurt, Germany, Fukuoka, Japan, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, Hong Kong, Los Angeles, California, Manila, Philippines, New York, JFK, Nanjing, China, Osaka, Kansai, Sydney, Australia, Taipei, Taiwan, and Tokyo, Narita. Those are the routes. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I don't know if you got this model or you plan on getting this model. If you can find it, I can tell you right now, your only outside chance of getting this model technically is on eBay. If you can't find it there, you're pretty much out of luck. But if you can find a way to snatch your hands and get your hands on this model, please do so. It's highly recommended, highly worth it. So with that said, this will be it. In the meantime, please take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. And above all, everyone, please stay safe out here. Peace.